over there in the other position.
Yep.
That's normal operations. You can turn it on and walk away from it. All right, couple screens right here. While we here, filter setup. Filter setup. Your high level is at 5.43 feet. That 5.43 feet is right up under that eco flow, that high level flow. So once it gets to that 5.43 feet, that float gonna trip. Well, right, if it get past that, the float is gonna trip and you're gonna initiate a backwash. Right now, we're gonna say at 4.67, that's gonna start a backwash before it even gets to the 5.43. It's gonna say, hey, every time you get to this height, I want you to start a backwash. The minimum level is 2.75. The reason we have a minimum level is because those backwash shoes, when the water gets below that backwash shoe, we don't want it to back because we don't want to run our pump dry. All right. Minimum level solids waste, same concept. Once you get below that manifold at the bottom, we don't want to run our pump dry. So if it gets to that 2.75 or if it gets to that 2.50 during the operations of either of those two, it'll stop itself. All right. Next, backwash time interval. Right now we have this thing set to backwash every hour on the hour. This plant, this amount of flow, you guys can probably put that up to every 5 hours. Backwash duration cycle. That valve is going to backwash for 26 seconds. When that one's done, that one opens, that one closes, and that opens 26 seconds, and you're going to clean it for 26 seconds. While it's rotating, 3 cloths, we can clean it 26 seconds. Backwash pump vacuum high. We have a 0.30.5 span on our backwashes. However, we stop it at 20 because if it ever starts going above that 20, something is wrong. We want to know why. Extended backwash. That's once a day. Once a day. So right now it says we're going to clean this filters once a day for 5 cycles beginning at 1 o'clock in the morning. So every day at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's going to backwash. It's going to do an extended backwash. It's going to do that 26 seconds. So that's 52 seconds. It's going to do 52 seconds 5 times. All right, so 5 cycles.
5 minutes of backwash.
5 minutes of backwash. That's just an extra level of cleanness we try and get the cloth. Now, if you want to do this you can go to 0 to 999 hours. So if you want to do it every 72 hours, every 96 hours, that's at your discretion. If you want to change it to when the operator is here, if you want to do it to 8 o'clock in the morning, you come here and you change it. And please note, this system, it may show you 11 o'clock up here. It may show you 2 p.m., but everything when you come in here and change it is in military time.
24 hours.
Yep.
So 1 o'clock is 1300.
Absolutely. Solids waste. We're going to do the same thing, same concept with solids waste. Every 180 minutes. Every 180 minutes, it's going to do a solids waste backwash. It's going to clean the bottom of the tank for 15 seconds. And right here, for every 5th backwash, it's going to start a solids waste. If you want to change that, it's at your discretion. You find out, hey, I don't need to be doing that much because one seller of this system will use minimal energy. And if we can keep that drive from running, we can keep that pump from running, because you go some of the large scale units, they power bill through the roof, and we don't want to add to that.
So does that include 24-hour 5-cycle run? So when it does that 5 cycle at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's going to automatically backwash also? Or is that separate?
That's separate from that.
Right.
That's separate. Backwash history. You can go here, backwash history. This is me. You can see push button. I'm going to reset that so you guys got a clean slate. It'll tell you when it happened. It'll tell you how long it ran before it happened. It'll tell you what time it happened. And it'll tell you why it happened. Right here, for instance, high level. When I was doing my checks, I reached in there and I grabbed that float and I picked it up and it said, hey, we got a high level, let's backwash. Push button, I came up here and I pushed the button. I said, hey, I want you to backwash. And it stores up to 40. It stores up to 40 backwashes. Right here, I'm gonna go and hit backwash history reset. Cleans it. Now, you guys got a clean slate.
Now, we still operating under supervisor login, correct?
Correct.
So
Right
the
now.
operator clear that log.
Yes. But they can't go in there and change any settings, like on your processing control settings. They can't go in there and say, hey, I want my high level to be 5 feet.
Right.
They can't change any of that. All right, let's see where we was at. Filter setup, we went through that screen. Filter control, go back to normal operation.